What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I tweeted about this yesterday, but do you think, or do I? I think Ryan Suter kind of regrets leaving Nashville. To both Minnesota, 3 years ago. You look at where Minnesota is in the standings, at 23rd in the league. They're, not playing to the level they're capable of, and I'm not blaming Suter. He's having a great year, 25 points in 42 games for the Wild, but this is this is kind of not what he anticipated. The youth movement in Minnesota. Granlund's been banged up. Uh, Brodin hasn't been as effective as they'd like him to be. Charlie Coyle's been less than effective this season, and I just think that has definitely hurt his chances of, or the team's chances of, being a competitor in the Western Conference. I mean, they would need an absolute miracle to make the playoffs right now, and that's just not going to happen, it looks like. And, going a step further, Nashville's playing as well as they ever have in this for that franchise. And, Weber's been a big reason why, Suter's playing 29 minutes, 37 seconds tonight, so basically half the game. Weber's playing a minute less than him, so Weber's still playing a lot of minutes, but the team's winning games. Weber's outproducing them in every statistical category, and you can say, oh well, he's doing this. No, Weber's doing just as much, if not more, than Suter is, and I know he's got Roman Yossi, and Suter really doesn't have that capable number two defenseman. I mean, again, Brodin's really struggled the last 2 years after a phenomenal rookie year, so that's another thing you got to keep an eye on. But I just think the fact that Nashville's able to, after the last 2 years missing the playoffs, when Minnesota was in the playoffs, bounce back and have a fantastic season. And their best days, I still think, are ahead of them. They'll get Forsberg re-signed. He's not restricted till after next season, but you catch my drift. They got a winner there in Nashville, and that's not changing anytime soon. And there's going to be some drastic changes this offseason in Minnesota. And I think Suter's must be looking around going, Jesus, if I could have just stuck around. And the fact that he's playing, him and Weber are probably partners in the All-Star game this year, must be more salt in the wound. Going, this guy, when I played with this guy, life was easier. And again, not picking on the Wild, but it's a fact. It's the fact of life right now. I think he must be looking around going, could have taken a little bit less, not have to worry about state income taxes in Tennessee, and been part of this youth movement or this revival in Nashville. But it's neither here nor there. And you look at the year he was a free agent. Going into that season, Rene, Weber, and Suter were all free agents. They were able to keep Weber and Rene. I think you would have taken those odds every single time. That's just the way it is. So, we'll see what happens unless Minnesota starts turning things around rather quickly. And it looks like it's going to be a kind of long road back to NHL respectability. Now, next season, if everyone comes in healthy and the young players, step up and are playing at a level they're capable of, sure, they can be a contender in the Western Conference, but they still need to shore up that defense, that blue line, and, got to do something with the goaltending situation. So, we shall see. Anyway, that's sort of the Power Play with CJ on Does Ryan Suter Regret Leaving Nashville? Stay tuned for more episodes of the season and beyond. Later, guys.